Things had been going downhill for a while, and finally, Friday night, she'd mustered her backbone and broken things off with him. What an awful confrontation that had been. Later that night, she'd second-guessed everything she'd said to him. Saturday, with Jeff gone and her day open, she'd been at loose ends, wondering what to do next. By Sunday, she'd realized the freedom. And now, Monday, she chose to see the world in a whole new light. Jeff did not. He'd called twice on Saturday and twice on Sunday. Each time he'd started out cajoling and ended up making nasty accusations, because she, awesome woman that she was, couldn't be swayed, not by a man who had taken her for granted. Regrets? Nope, she had none. For 2 years, she and Jeff had been a thing. A loose thing. A thing with no real goals. A dead-end relationship type of thing that was more about convenience for him and uncertainty for her. It had left her unsatisfied, in more ways than one. It had left her uncertain about her own appeal. It had left her feeling needy, but no more. She didn't need marriage. She didn't need a partner. Sex? Well, okay, she liked that every so often, but that didn't require a committed relationship. This was going to be her summer of no attachments. If she needed physical comfort, well, by God, she could hook up like so many people did. Find an attractive guy, one who could hold her interest for a few hours, and then move on. It was her new M.O. Freedom. Putting her desires first. It didn't matter that she'd been born an old soul with no interest in partying or bars or clubs. In college, when everyone else had reveled on the weekends, she'd volunteered at a local shelter. Now, being a beloved, by the animals she treated at least, local veterinarian, her days were fairly mundane. And once she left work, her evenings were mostly dedicated to Maurice, her aging cat. Jeff hadn't liked Maurice much. Maurice had felt the same about Jeff. She should have trusted her cat. At 15, Maurice had very good instincts. As she made her way through the clinic, Ivy heard barking and smiled. Daisy, the little Jacoby dog she'd rescued from Marty's farm, still lived at the clinic with her 3 adorable puppies. Making a beeline to the private kennel where Daisy slept each night, Ivy called out, "It's me, love." Anticipation silenced the barking. The second she opened the door, Daisy's tail started swinging, but her big, beautiful eyes were filled with wary adoration. The plump little puppies tumbled over one another in play, paying no attention as Ivy came in to sit close to the little dog. She scratched under Daisy's chin and petted along her back. "You're such a sweet girl. Still so shy, though." Her leg had healed nicely, though she now had a scar. She'd been through so much, but from the birth of the first pup, she'd been such an excellent mama. "What did you go through, baby, to make you so timid?" Ducking her face, Daisy snuggled closer. "It's all right, love. You can be timid if you want. I don't mind." During the day, Daisy had free run of much of the clinic, as long as it didn't involve the areas where other animals might run into her. The puppies were kept contained with a low temporary barrier across the bottom of the kennel door. Daisy could step over it, but the puppies could not. Sighing, Ivy figured Daisy would loosen up in her own time, and not before. Hope would be in soon, but until then, she opened the door that let Daisy and her puppies into a small enclosed yard with grass and sunshine. Then she went about rinsing the water bowl and refilling it with fresh water and putting out dry food. Daisy immediately found her favorite spot to enjoy the sunshine. The puppies followed, one happy to nurse, one chasing a fly, the other plopping down to nap near her mama's neck.